What's up guys, it's Sam here with Stolt Fitness, and I just wanted to make a quick video on flies. Had a question last week of somebody who's trying to build up their chest a little bit, and flies are an excellent isolation exercise for your chest. And it's a isolation versus a compound exercise like a bench press, because you're only using essentially one joint. And that would be your shoulders. Your arms are going to be locked in place when you do them. So, now before we get started on how this actually looks, you generally are going to do the isolation exercise or a fly later in the workout, where you're going to start with your compound exercises first, something that's going to be, generally think of them as multiple muscles and multiple joints engaged at the same time. Now, when you do your fly, you're going to have a little bit of bend in your arms. But let me take a step back here. So you're going to have a little bit of bend in your arms. So as you come out, you're letting it stretch everything in your chest out. And you can also do these at an incline. You can do them flat. You can do them in a decline. You can do them on a machine. You can do them with cables. You can do them with dumbbells. I mean, there's just many different ways you can do these. And I would not recommend any specific way. I'm going to show you dumbbells, but I would change it up. So if you're going to use dumbbells this week, you can use something else next week. If you're going to do dumbbells incline this week, then next week you can do a incline cable, and then a incline machine, and then go to some flat, go to some decline. Always keep changing it up, because then you're going to be hitting your muscle from a slightly different angle, which is going to get you the results faster as well as be much more effective. Your muscle is going to look much fuller. Anyway, get back to it. As you come up to do your set, you're going to want to bring your elbows together. And I don't know if you can see this, but I can you see a lot of guys bringing their hands together like this when they do their flies. Now, let's see if you can see my chest here. Okay, take a look at my chest as I come up here like this, or I'm trying not to engage, actually flex anything, but did you see my chest is actually a little bit more flexed, and I'm trying to keep it as unflexed as possible. Now, when you do these, you are trying to flex your chest as much as possible. So you want to keep your time under tension to around 30 seconds, 40 seconds. And as you come up, don't bring your hands together like this, because what I can actually do is I can bring my hands together like this and see how unflexed my chest is, versus if I try to bring my elbows together like that. You bring your elbows together, and I don't know if you can see that, you bring your elbows together and you're going to get a much bigger flex. So almost like rotating your pinkies in towards each other. Because if you go like this, as you can see here, my chest is not flexed at all. Versus if I go, when I bring my pinkies together, it forces me to bring my elbows in, and it forces you to flex your chest some more. This is what you want. You want to contract your chest. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it on the incline bench with dumbbells, but like I mentioned earlier, you can do these in many, many, many different ways and forms. So, bench at an incline. You can also do different inclines. So, sometimes I'll do around a 45-degree angle incline when I'm doing either presses or flies, but you can also do a 15-degree angle or anything in between. The benches I have just do about 45 degrees and about 15 degrees. So, if you're constantly doing incline at a 45-degree angle, then change it up for a month or so and put it at a 15-degree incline. Or do both, alternate them from one week to the next. Anyways, enough of my ranting. Let me just show you how these look. So, grab a weight, and remember you want to do your whole entire set in about 30 seconds to 45 seconds to keep the time under tension on your chest. Now as you come out, my arms are slightly bent, and I'm letting my chest get stretched out, and I come up, and you're consciously trying to think about flexing your chest right here at the top. You want to put as much stress as you can on your chest as you do this. So when you're coming together at the top, you're trying to squeeze it as hard as you can. Look, you're flexing in front of the mirror and there's nobody else around, and you're just trying to flex right in front of the mirror. Okay? That's how you want this to be. right at the top of every single rep. You're squeezing it as hard as you can so your chest burns. If you know anybody else who looks like an 11-year-old girl who is trying to build up their chest, share this video with them. I'm sure they would appreciate it. Otherwise, subscribe to see other videos like this in the future, and I will see you on the other side.